What's up, folks? I want to do a quick walk around of my Genright tracer build by Bruiser Conversions in Clearwater, Florida. This started out as an LJ Rubicon slash Rubicon Unlimited 2005, and I went with a tracer kit to give me the 115-inch stretch that I was looking for with the wheelbase, and it was a pre-validated proven architecture or system that was really to take all of the guesswork out of this this build and make sure that whatever I bought was going to work. I bought all of the parts and everything from Genright. I had it all shipped to Bruiser. Bruiser got to turning on it, took it all the way down to the frame. He did a fantastic job on sanding the frame down, epoxied it. You see how the tracer kit has the on the frame here. They have to notch out this area and reinforce it so you can get the articulation that this build affords. I had aluminum control arms by Summit Machine, aluminum fenders and fender wells, of course a steel rock guard. I ran the exhaust out of the bottom of the back here. May have been a mistake because it's extra freaking loud, super loud. Aluminum Genright armor. I'm running Hutchison beadlocks, 5x5.5 on Curry Rock Jock axles that are specifically designed for the tracer build. That's a 60 in the front and a 70 in the rear with R1 Concepts big brake kit. As you can see there, a Mickey Thompson Baja Pro XS for my street and some off-roading. I actually took those out to Moab for Easter Jeep Safari, and they performed really well. Normally I use these Maxxis Trepador competition super stickies, but I didn't have time to swap everything out, and so I ended up rolling out to Moab with these all the way from Florida, and was pleasantly surprised at how well they performed, and they're much more capable on highway. I went with the Genright half doors, the Genright roll cage, Genright aluminum top for the roll cage. I went with the full roll cage just in case I ever want to put a back seat in. Bruiser did a really cool job of matching up this color scheme. They clear coated my axles and steering components. It's a PSC hydro assist. They don't do full hydro on any of their kits, and I'll let Tony explain that. Why, if you want to know why, ask him, not me. I went with the King 2.5x14s, and with the clear coat on the axles, they decided it'd be cool to clear coat the steel roll cage as well, and then came back over the welds with some bronze TIG just to accent the welds and the craftsmanship that went into that. I do have the Genright tray that goes in the back, but my ARB cooler doesn't quite fit, so it's now in my truck. I keep it back here, and if I go off-roading, I'll put it in the back of the Jeep, but it's not quite short enough to fit underneath this rail here. So you just kind of got to reach over and pull up that way. For seats, I went with the Brom racing seats. These may be better suited for a race car. I may put these in my Shelby GT350 eventually, and get some actual suspension seats put in the Jeep here. For the motor, we did a LS swap with an LS truck motor. It's called an LH8 out of a it's the same motor that goes in an H2 Hummer. I'll show you what that looks like. I did a LS conversion. I mean a LSX intake for the intake manifold. This Ron Davis racing radiator with dual fans puts out a ton of heat with the dual fans, and the way the engine is dropped 3 inches on the tracer build for a lower center of gravity, and that positioned the air intake right to where the fans were blowing the hot air right into the air intake. So Bruiser took my carbon fiber hood from Genright, so all carbon fiber. They matched a hood scoop to the wet carbon that matches just perfectly. Scooped it, put the hole there that seals to the air intake, and so now I get a real true cold air intake with nothing coming off of the radiator. I thought that was a really nice job on the fabrication of that by the guys at Bruiser. The transmission for this LH8, I'm running the L465E. So aluminum block, lighter weight transmission, carbon fiber hood, aluminum front bumper, aluminum rear bumper, aluminum fenders. The whole goal was to lighten this thing up as much as possible. I'm running the Atlas transfer case, the Genright center console. I think the only thing original in this Jeep is the dash and the tub, and that's about it. Really, the front fenders and the rear fenders and everything else is all Genright, and put together really well by Bruiser Conversion. So that's it. If you like it, have some questions about a tracer build, I forgot to mention I'm running the full AFE headers and full exhaust that come from Genright, specifically designed and built for this tracer kit. But yeah, if you have any questions, you want to know anything about my experience with this so far, my 7 days at Moab that I've wheeled since I picked it up, shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to tell you my lessons learned and things like that. If you want to learn more about this 1100 horsepower Shelby here with a Pro Charger or the Camus or the truck or whatever, subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing videos on those in the future. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks. Bye.